All right, welcome to this video here where we are going to try to determine the equation of a parabola given its roots and some other point along that parabola. Okay, so not another root, we need another point along the parabola. In this case here, we're given a parabola that has roots of -4 and 2 and passes through the y-axis when y equals -2. Okay, so how do we do that? Oh, sorry about that. Now, if we go up a little bit here, I have what the parabola looks like. Okay, this is kind of what it looks like, roughly, kind of an estimation of what it looks like. But we want to actually determine what the equation is of this parabola. All right, first thing we're going to look at is we are given the roots. Therefore, we are going to use factored form in order to solve this equation. Factored form looks a little bit like this, where we have an a value of something. We're not sure what it is. And q and r happen to be the roots of our parabola. So let's enter the roots into q and r. All right, so it doesn't matter what order we do it in. I'm going to do the -4 first, and you'll notice that it switches from minus q to plus 4. That's because if we minus a negative, it's the same as adding a positive. And we have x minus 2 as the second one. Again, that order can definitely flip. It doesn't matter where we put that. Second thing, now that we have, or the third thing really here, now that we have generally an equation, we need to take some other point that is on this parabola and solve for the a value, which is going to make that point work. Now, the point that we're given is the y-intercept, where y is equal to -2, and at that point we know that x is 0, so we're going to plug in the x and y values into the equation. Now you'll notice there are two x's, okay? And so therefore we have to put a 0 in for both of those x's in order to solve. All right, solve as much as we can now, okay? So 0 plus 4 is 4, 0 minus 2 is -2. We can multiply those two together to get -8, and then finally divide by -8, and we're going to get an a value of -2 over -8, which can be simplified to 1/4. Take our a value, plug it back in for a up there, and that is going to give us our equation in factored form of y is equal to 1/4 x plus 4, x minus 2. All right, now at this point, you may feel like you're done, and that's good. You have an equation that is in factored form. What we can do as well is we can give that equation in general form, and that is done by multiplying it out and simplifying it as much as possible. Let's multiply the two brackets first. X plus 4 times x minus 2 is going to give us x squared plus 2x minus 8. Okay, that's already simplified. I've combined my like terms together. Then we're going to multiply the coefficient, or what was a, through the brackets. And so it's going to look like this. We have 1/4 x squared plus 1/2 x minus 2. And there we go. We have our equation in general form. This can help us just to visualize it a little bit nicer and know what our a, b, and c values are. Thank you for watching. I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions, gladly feel free to reach out, and I will try to answer as best as I can. Thank you. Bye.